Hello everyone, my name is Lauren Rain and welcome to another how to build tutorial. This time I will show you how to build custom jungle trees. So as in every other tree, we have to measure how tall you want it to be. Considering this is a jungle tree and they have branches at the very top, you have to consider that by adding how tall this trunk should be. Now that obviously depends on how tall you want the tree to be as well. So I added 3 branches to the top. Then obviously I added roots at the bottom. Since jungle is kind of a moisture area, I added a lot more roots than in any other trees. Then you add 2 blocks from the very top of the branch. Go out like 4 or 3 or 5 blocks, and basically you do an outlay of how your leaf canopy will look. The next step is to fill in this outline and add 2 layers on top, and this is basically just random leaf placement. Um, you have to make sure not to add leaves like this, because then it won't look as good since this is a small tree. And the last step is to add 2 or 3 layers at the bottom, slightly covering the branches, and just basically adding leaves to however you think looks better. And there we have a small jungle tree. Now, to decorate it, you can always add vines and mushrooms and all that kind of stuff. Now, obviously, there's a lot of different kind of jungle trees, and this is only one way how you could build it. Moving on to the bigger one is, as you can see, I added quite a lot of blocks here, then a slightly shorter and a bit different um, branches at the top, and since this is kind of a bare trunk, I added 2 small branches at around the middle of the trunk. And I added roots, and that's how they look. Then I added like from 4 to 3 layers of leaves on the small branches, and I left logs showing so that they would still look like branches instead of a leaf glob on the trunk. And I basically did the same thing as with a small tree, 2 blocks from the branch, and since this branch is higher, I made a separate outlay for it. Then we move on to connecting these outlays. So there's um, one row of leaves on top of the first outlay, and 2 filling in and 2 layers of leaves on top of the second outlay, and that's what we get. And now finally the step is the same as with the small trees, adding from 2 to 3 layers at the bottom and then customizing how they would look from the bottom, just basically adding leaves randomly until they look good. Now, I would advise not to hurry with the leaf placement, because the better the builder is and the more you're accustomed with tree building, you can spend hours upon hours on just the tree part, just the leaf part, and it's not really a bad thing either, because the more time you spend on it, the better it's gonna look, unless you're adding way too much leaves according to the trunk. So yeah, that's how I build my jungle trees, and I will thank you for watching as the sun is setting. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Also, you can share your photos of these custom trees on my Twitter account, and you can also comment and maybe something that you liked or something that you do differently. So yeah, thank you for that, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.